Sue Viscovich here with another Moment with Sue, and right now I'm in the FPA offices in Sydney with the fabulous Ben Marshan.
Hi everyone. Hi Sue.
So I am so impressed with this brainchild that you have just launched. I know that we've been speaking to quite a lot of advisors. It took a long time for the FASEA requirements to come out, and even though we now know what the education requirements are, there's still a lot of question marks for a lot of people, I think, in terms with the specific units that they've studied in the past and what kind of credits that will give them.
Yeah, and to that point, there's still a lot of information that we don't have, and there's a lot more coming out. So, for example, yesterday, when we were recording this, it was announced that one of the CFP programs would be recognised.
Right.
But we actually have 4 other applications in with FASEA as well. So there are a lot of versions of the CFP that should get recognised as we go forwards, but there's a process we need to go through. So there's still a lot of unanswered questions.
Right. Okay. But the ones that you do know the answers to, you have actually created a really great site for FPA members to use, haven't you?
We have. So we've created what we've called FPA Return to Learn.
Yeah.
Which we took all the feedback and the questions that we were asked over the last 3 years around what do I need to study, what's that like, how much is it going to cost, which unis do I select, what's it like sitting for an exam, and we've created a portal for our members to go onto and get the answers to all those questions.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I know, I mean, it's something that we talk about all the time with our advisors around capacity planning. So both from a funding perspective as well as where are you going to find the time and get your business in order so you can find that time.
Absolutely.
And I think what I really love about what you've built is that you're also taking into account the fact that we all learn differently or we all perform differently. So some people are much better doing an assignment as an assessment, others are better live, talking on their feet and so forth. So this actually takes that into account as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. So we've created a tool that helps you pick which university to go on. And so, for example, I'm really good at assignments. Unsurprisingly, reading 300 pages of legislation at a time, but I'm really bad at exams. So I used to go into exams with high distinction averages and come out with a pass mark because my exam marks weren't as good. So my bias is to universities that focus on assignments and case studies more than sitting formal exams.
Yeah, great. And that's different for every person.
That's right. Yep.
So I might just shrink our heads on screen here so that Ben can actually step us through how to navigate through the system. So what we've got here, you actually get to this through the FPA website. So you click on Education and then Return to Learn.
Return to Learn,
yep. Okay. And so once you've logged in, it looks like this. So I'll give you control of the mouse, Ben. You show us what might we start with. So if let's say I want to look at what I'm qualified for or how many units I need to do.
Yep. So this is the homepage and this is where we'll land as you get into Return to Learn.
Okay, let's just shove us down the corner there, shall we? Drag, it doesn't want to. There we go.
There we go. So what we've built is this tool called Find Your Education Pathway.
Okay.
And so when you click on into that, basically it allows you to use this education pathway tool. And what this allows you to do is go through and select the study that you have done to figure out how much you've got left to do. So it asks you a series of questions. For example, are you an existing advisor? Because we know there's a difference between the education pathways for existing advisors and new advisors.
Yeah.
And so as we go through this, it asks a series of questions. So we can do you if you like.
Yeah,
Sue,
although I'm not licensed because I don't give individual advice anymore.
No, so let's just assume you are.
Yep.
So yes, you're an existing advisor. Do you have an academic degree?
No. I did the CFP when it was 4 units, but I don't think that counts.
So you don't have a bachelor's degree?
No, I actually don't.
And then have you completed an advanced diploma?
Yeah. So DFP 1 to 8.
So you've done DFP 1 to 8. So we'll say yes on that. And so one of the questions a lot of our CFPs ask is, I did DFP 1 to 8 and I'm a CFP. And so that's that pathway.
Right.
Versus the
actually having done the
units of the CFP, which is the new pathway, which is we get to this next question. So I'm going to assume
that's mine. I did the 1 to 4.
You've done CFP 1 to 4, and that's one of the ones that we've applied for, but we still haven't received feedback from FASEA yet. Versus the CFP 1 to 5 or CFP 1 to 4 plus C, which is the one which was announced yesterday. So we press.
So you've updated already.
On that. We have. And so after you get through the series of questions, it will provide you with a certificate which says, Sue, if you were to be an existing advisor and were to meet the education standards, you would need to do 3 bridging courses plus 1 FASEA approved unit. So you would need to do 4 units for AQF 8.
Awesome. So then if I were to say, okay, what units do I get to choose from? Where do I go next?
Yes. So if we go down here to this next section, you can then start to figure out which degrees you could do. And so we've got this resource around the FASEA approved degrees, which takes you to the actual legislative instrument, which has all the approved degrees. Or if we go back, so once you know how much study you need to do, you can then go to this tool called Approved Programs. And what this does is you can either go to the full list of the FASEA legislative instrument, or we've spoken to a number of universities here who have provided us with information about their approved degrees.
Great.
And then what I think is really cool, and the bit that I like, is this financial planning degree comparison. And what we've done is we've taken all of those universities and we have put them into one spreadsheet for you. And so based on things like how you want to attend university, whether or not you want to do online or face-to-face, what sort of program you want to do, whether you want to do a master's or a graduate diploma. There's information about how long it might take, how much it costs, what the full cost is going to be, and how much credit you get for CFP, for example, into those programs, to give you a bit of an idea of which program might be the right program for you.
Fantastic. And then it's got that the details in there about the assessment type as well.
Yeah, you can pick the assessment types you prefer, and that's all in the policy information and how to do that. So if you do have a preference around assignments, you can choose assignments. For example, the Western Sydney course includes challenge exams. So rather than have to sit down and do the subjects and go in for lectures and read all the material, you can just sit an exam. And if you pass the exam, they'll give you credit for that unit.
Right. Okay.
And so it's a quicker and cheaper way to get through the process.
That's going to be a pretty popular option.
I would have thought so, yes.
Yeah. There you go. Well, look, thank you so much, Ben. It's a fantastic resource. As I keep saying to people, it's get beyond. If you've got any resentment harboring there, just get beyond it, because this is new learning. Not everybody knows everything, even if you've been in the game for 30 years. So throw yourself into the pathways, into the learning, see what you're gonna get out of it, other than just the ability to continue doing your job. And don't leave it too late to do that exam. Jump in here, look at the resources, and take advantage of your membership.
And just remember, the FPA is here to help you. So there's lots of stuff here. If there's more stuff you need, just let us know, and we're more than happy to build that content for everyone.
Awesome. Thanks, Ben.
No worries. Have a great day.
That's another Moment with Sue and Ben Marshan.